चल हो जा शुरू।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Hello and welcome. You're watching Versus with me, Shavin Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the Versus, we take you through three stories which sparked a major political controversy. Let's first begin with what's really happening in the national capital. The national capital has gone dry, but the government in charge, the Aam Aadmi Party, simply puts the blame by saying that the centre is responsible for the current situation, and the summer condition being the way it is, that is the reason why the national capital has gone dry. So there are no solutions really coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, we'll get you ground reports to make you understand what's really happening and who exactly is accountable for the current crisis that the national capital faces. Let's also take you through the other big story coming in from the state of Karnataka. Sexual predator Prajwal Revanna, after spending days in Germany, is finally back in India, taken into custody by the SIT. The question here is, who exactly was sheltering Prajwal Revanna, and the kind of red carpet that was actually rolled out for Prajwal Revanna the moment he landed in Bengaluru. We'll take you through the details of the case. And not just this, also the story that we have been tracking over the last several days, so much so that we have put the Pune police completely on the mat, exposed for their misconduct and completely botching up the investigation. We'll get you that story too. But up first, let's take a look at the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Stark revelations in Pune murder investigation. Top sources say it was a 12 crore deal that was fixed to save the super killer. Big focus on alleged deals between Ajit Pawar faction, legislator and mafia family. Stark revelations in Pune murder probe. Top sources say a woman's sample was swapped by the doctor cover-up. Rape accused Prajwal Revanna has been sent to the custody of the Special Investigation Team till 6th of June. LG letter exposes Aam Aadmi Party's blame game as the national capital goes dry. Stand by for the most accurate poll analysis with Arnob and team. The biggest exit poll coverage starting 4 o'clock tomorrow evening. Suspended JDS legislator Prajwal Revanna has now been sent to police custody, the SIT custody, till the 6th of June. In fact, we're going to now take you through the details of the investigation that has been carried out so far. The big question that basically emerges from the fact that how exactly Prajwal Revanna did manage to stay in Germany for this long, and more importantly, was there some sort of an understanding that basically emerged, paving the way for this entire political controversy that was brewing in the state of Karnataka, with the BJP essentially saying that the onus lies with the Karnataka government on taking the action, and they were only taking the action after the elections. That is the question that has essentially been raised. But let's take you through some of the details that are emerging. The first big breaking news now coming in is that the investigation has already begun, and Prajwal Revanna essentially being asked about the questions about his presence in Germany. In fact, he's been also, electronic devices have also been taken into custody is what we are being told. He also could face charges of tampering is what we are being told at this stage. Let me also bring in my colleague Prajwal, who's joining us from Bengaluru. Prajwal, getting us more details with regards to the investigation that has been carried out. First, with regards to what exactly is the SIT targeting right now, keeping in mind that they are saying that the electronic devices are being seized first, and then they would basically proceed further. Are there further statements that have been recorded?
At this point of time, the special investigation team has taken custody of Prajwal Revanna till the 6th of June, and therefore now, as soon as he was brought in, he's the SIT has already started his questioning and recording his statements on the mother devices on which this alleged sleaze tape was shot on, because many of the victims in their statements had gone ahead and said in front of the magistrate in itself that these videos were shot by Prajwal Revanna on his mobile phone. Now, the special investigation team is also looking into the number of devices that he's changed between 2018 to 2023 as well, and if so, which was the mother device or which was the main device on which these alleged videos were shot to, and what happened to these devices if he had gone ahead and upgraded for any sort of phones or not, is something that is in question at this point of time, Shravan.
Well, in fact, let's also take you through the other breaking news now coming in with regards to the investigation that has been carried out so far. This is with regards to the angle of the SIT, which would be questioning Prajwal Revanna. In fact, the SIT would be grilling on his finances for the Germany trip. We are also being told that they are trying to find out whether at all Prajwal Revanna was harbored and protected by someone for the last 35 days. Who exactly assisted him to go to Germany on the 27th of April. This was after allegations were already leveled against Prajwal Revanna. And despite the allegations and the complaints that had already surfaced, and perhaps the authorities concerned were already aware of these charges, despite that, Prajwal Revanna did manage to slip away. Let me once again go back to my colleague Prajwal, who's getting us more details right now. Prajwal, is the angle of who exactly was protecting Prajwal Revanna the focus right now of the investigation?
Absolutely. They are also looking into that as well, because remember that there has been a lot of politics between the center and the state, especially with the BJP versus the Congress, because the BJP has gone on to blame that it was in fact Chief Minister Siddaramaiah who Prajwal Revanna had spoken to on the 26th of April before boarding a plane to Germany on the 27th of April, and what was the means of transport from Hassan on the 26th of April to travel to Bengaluru in the wee hours of morning on 27th April to go ahead and board a flight from the Bengaluru International Airport. Not only that, he's also now being questioned as to why he had gone ahead and booked tickets multiple times, 5 times to be precise. He had gone ahead and booked tickets to India, but he cancelled them at the last moment, and on the 6th time he had gone on to arrive. And Shravan, it's no mean task to stay in a foreign country for 35 days, how much ever loaded the person is as well, because the amount of cash that he will have to carry into. So therefore, who sheltered him, who harbored him is something that will need to be taken into consideration too at this point of time. So all of this is being thought in, and he's also being questioned on all of this, asking whether there was any sort of political connect to this, as many of them are going ahead and pointing out to a political conspiracy.
Well, thank you very much, Prajwal, as you're getting us more the latest details with regards to the investigation that is being carried out, a story that we'll be tracking very closely. Let's also take you through some more breaking news now coming in. With regards to getting in some more breaking news right now with regards to the GDP numbers that have just been released. In fact, the Q4 records an impressive 7.5 growth. In fact, India has recorded a healthy GDP of 8.2% this financial year. This is the Q4 records that have now come in. This comes after agencies have also given a major boost with regards to the ratings that have been given. The ratings basically moved into the positive sign. This was about 24 hours ago when the agencies had issued the change in the status for India in terms of the economic growth. Now 8.2 for the financial year of 2024. We'll try and also go across to Sharbila in a short while from now, business editor. But just a quick recap of what we know so far. This is amid the ratings agency boost that the Q4 The quarter four reports have also now come in, which has recorded a 7.8% growth. The estimate right now is that it would surpass the 8.2 growth rate. Now that comes at a time when a lot of questions were basically raised about whether at all there was a slump in the manufacturing industry, which seems, in terms of the details of the numbers that are coming in, shows that there has been a healthy growth that India has already recorded. The Q4 records that have come in, which is an impressive 7.3 growth rate, is that's the latest now coming in with regards to the numbers that have released just a short while back. We'll also try and go across to Abhishek for the latest details that are now coming in, and I'm told that our business editor would be joining in a short while from now. Just to quickly take you through some of the details emerging from the numbers that have been released a short while back in terms of the sectoral growth too. Number one, there is record growth that you're also looking at certain sectors, particularly the manufacturing industry. Let me also bring in my colleague and our business editor, Sharbila, who's joining us on this broadcast. Sharbila, an impressive growth record that has come in as far as the quarter four results are concerned. Just walk us through the details that you're picking up.
Yeah, excellent news, which is 8.2% for FY24 is what we have learned right now, which has surpassed all expectations, because the biggest and most optimistic number that we had heard so far was 8%. But 8.2% is whopping, and particularly is coming at the back of our manufacturing numbers, because our PMI has been consistently doing well and above 50, which actually ensures India's position as the fastest growing economy in the world, even as we speak.
Sharmila, just a quick question before I let you go is with regards to the sectoral growth that we are looking at. While there was a lot of speculation within the industry that whether at all there is a slump in the manufacturing industry, but the numbers clearly go on to indicate that there has been a massive boost in terms of infra growth. What more are you picking up in terms of dissecting the numbers?
Yes, infrastructure has been growing massively over the last decade, as we know, and there has been a steady interest of the global investors in the Indian story. India as a China plus one model in South Asia is now established. If we can sustain this, we are only looking at, at a higher and higher number from here on. But this 8.2% GDP is unexpected, is a surprise, and it's a huge success and a landmark as of today.
Well, thank you very much, Sharbala, for getting us the latest details. A big boost for the policies that have been implemented, resulting in the impressive growth that we're looking at, the quarterly results that have now come in. This is between January and March. Thank you very much. Let's also now move on to the other story that we have been tracking very closely. In fact, this is a story that is going to once again raise questions about the governance in the national capital. In fact, the report that has been brought in from our reporters on the ground is with regards to the water crisis in the national capital. At a time when there have been soaring temperatures, almost about 50 degrees. However, this is also a number that is being now debated. But the reality is that there is a severe heat wave that has gripped the entire northern India. Amidst this heat wave, there is a severe water crisis, and tankers are the only solution in the national capital, resulting in a situation where people are scrambling to get a drop of water. Amidst all of this, there is a political controversy that is now brewing between the Aam Aadmi Party and the LG's office. The LG says in a letter that was written to the Ministry of Home Affairs about the Summer Action Plan, which once again, the LG says that the government was already told, but there was no summer action plan that was implemented by the Aam Aadmi Party government, resulting in a situation that the taps are drying. Take a look at this report filed by my colleagues.
पंद्रह दिन में टैंकर आता है, वो भी पानी साफ नहीं आ रहा, लेकिन हम क्या करें, पीने पे मजबूर हैं। इस नाली से पानी, ये पाइप को इधर से पानी आता है, हम लोग यहाँ से भर के ले जाते हैं। कभी कभी बहुत ज़्यादा गंदा आता है और कभी कभी थोड़ा साफ आ जाता है।
सबसे बोलने जाते तो कहते आ जाएगा तुम्हारे घर पे, टंकी लग जाएगी, ये कर दी। इलेक्शन के टाइम पे तो सबने हाँ कर दी, अब सब पीछे हट रहे हैं।
The national capital has been in the grip of facing an acute water crisis. Right now, what you can see behind me are the early morning chaos scenes from one of the regions and the camps of the Gayatri colony near Anant Parvat in the national capital. The very capital where all the key important decisions for the national importance are taken, and the visuals that you can see behind me are of extreme desperation and misery that the residents have to go through. Right now, all the residents of this particular camp near the Anant Parvat are reeling under acute water shortage. And to get a sense of how difficult the problem is for most of the residents that have queued up to collect water from the water tanker, which is the first one to have arrived in 15 days now after the supply of water has been on a decline. I will just go to some of the residents and show you the kind of difficulties that they have to face after the water shortage has hit and many sectors and in fact the camps of the national capital. Before even they wake up, they have to think of collecting the water, which mostly does not come, or even it comes in a fortnight. आप यहाँ से पानी इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं, सुबह सुबह टैंकर आने शुरू हो जाते हैं। कितनी तकलीफ है और कितने दिनों में आता है टैंकर?
15 दिन में टैंकर आता है, वो भी पानी साफ नहीं आ रहा, लेकिन हम क्या करें, पीने पे मजबूर हैं। 15 दिन पे टैंकर भेजते हैं, वो देखो कितनी लूट मार मचती है, किसी को 2 मिलता है, किसी को 4 मिलता है, पानी नहीं मिलता जल्दी से। हम लोग बहुत परेशान होते हैं पानी के लिए।
आप लोगों को जो पानी मिल रहा है उसकी क्वालिटी भी ठीक नहीं है, पीने के लिए फिट नहीं है, ठीक है, तो इसको साफ कैसे करते हैं आप?
यही पीते हैं, नहीं साफ करते।
कितने दिनों से लगातार आप इसी तकलीफ को झेल रहे हैं आसपास?
हमें तो आए 10 साल हो गए, बाकियों को तो 20 साल हो गए और ज़्यादा ही हो गए होंगे। हमें तो आए 10 साल हुए हैं।
जब यहाँ पे दिल्ली के जो आम आदमी पार्टी है वो वोट मांगने आई थी, क्या आपने उनको बताया था?
वो सब जानते हैं।
I'll also talk to some of the young kids here present at the camp. आप लोग यहाँ पे पानी भर रहे हैं, आपके घरों में ये जा रहे हैं टैंकर के भर के कैंस, तो क्या लगता है कि मतलब जिस तरीके से रोज की तकलीफ है, किसी को रीच आउट करने की कोशिश की?
मैडम अब तकलीफ तो अब क्या करें बताओ, किसको बोले? इस तकलीफ का हल करने वाला कोई है? कोई नहीं है। वोट मांगने जल्दी आ जाते, पर हमारी समस्या का हल कोई नहीं करता।
ये नाली है, इस नाली में बोरिंग है, इस नाली यहाँ से पानी आता है, हम लोग ये भर के खारा लेके जाते हैं।
कहाँ से आप दिखाना चाहती हैं कि यहाँ से आपको भरना पड़ता है?
ये देखो, ये बोरिंग है, ये देखो बोरिंग लगी हुई है ना, इसकी पाइप इस नाली में है, इस नाली से पानी, ये पाइप को इधर से पानी आता है, हम लोग यहाँ से भर के ले जाते हैं। कभी कभी बहुत ज़्यादा गंदा आता है और कभी कभी थोड़ा साफ आ जाता है।
इधर से ही जो बोरिंग का जो नाली का पानी है वो यहाँ बोरिंग से साफ होके, और जितना साफ होता है, जितना वो गंदा रहता है, आपको वही भरना पड़ता है।
वही भरना पड़ता है, क्योंकि नाली में ही बोरिंग है, नाली के अंदर ही पाइप गई है बोरिंग की।